The student, we are starting our article, that is diesel cycle. So last lecture we studied the auto engine and its efficiency. Today we learn what is the diesel engine and how it is working and how it determine its efficiency. So diesel engine, once again, it is the internal combustion type engine. Both are the internal combustion type engine. It is a four-stroke engine. It is a four-stroke engine. So it is usually used for the more efficient replacement for the stationary steam engine. It is also used for the submarine and the ships, locomotive, truck, heavy equipment, and electricity generated plant. Now in this heat engine, we can use the air is an working substance. Air is a working substance. In auto engine, air is a working substance, but it is injected along with the petrol vapor in a 80-20% ratio. In this case, air is a working substance, and we can use the oil. Oil is acts as a fuel for diesel engine. Similarly as the auto engine, there is a cylinder. We will see it consisting of the cylinder, and it is fitted with a air tightly movable frictionless piston, which motion is controlled by the crankshaft. Now all working is controlled by the three valve and piston. That three valve is I1, I2, and I3. In auto engine, there are the two valve, and third is the sparking plug. In this case, sparking plug is absent. Now there are the three valves. First valve is the air inlet valve. Air inlet valve. Second is the I. Third is the proper motion of this three valve and piston will be the manage the working of your the diesel engine. Now in this case, your working substance undergoes to the four stages. It is called as a four-stroke engine. It includes the once again six operation. In auto engine, there is a six operation, four stroke. It should be remembered, auto engine is internal combustion, diesel is an internal combustion, auto engine as a four-stroke engine. It is also four-stroke engine. Here is a six operation, auto engine six operation. Now we consider how will be the. So this is the cylinder. So this cylinder is your adiabatic cylinder. So there is no exchange of heat with surrounding. Cylinder is your adiabatic wall, that is adiabatic. So there is no exchange of the heat with surrounding. So this is your adiabatic. So there is no exchange of heat with surrounding. It is a air tightly piston. It is a air tightly piston used here. So air tightly piston. Can use the air tightly piston. So this is an air tightly piston. which is connected to the crank shaft, and that crank shaft is nothing but the circular. It is connected to the center. Okay, so this is the motion of your crankshaft. So this is your piston. This is your cylinder, and there is a three valve. This is the first valve, second valve, third valve. So right I1, I2, and I3. Now all working of your the diesel engine, that is working substance, will undergo to the phase transition in a 4 steps, which is represented on the PV diagram. So your PV diagram will represent the 4 stroke and 6 operation. So this is the PV diagram. So as usual, initially, as like that, we should compare every step to the other initial. So this is the 0, you should observe what is different between the artery and this is the D, this is C, and this is the D. So this is the part of the working substance. Once you have to plot this, the representation of your the diesel engine cylinder. Outward direction. So inlet valve I1 will be the open. It should be remember, it is a move in this direction. So inlet valve I1 is open. Once inlet valve is open, air is taken inside the cylinder through the valve I1. So cylinder is now charged with air. Hence this stroke is called as a charging stroke. So the volume of your cylinder now increases. So it is an increase. Suppose piston is an initial here, it will move to this. So volume of that cylinder is increases because air is taken inside. So volume will be increases from, it is represented from A0 to the A. This you have to see, volume of your cylinder is increases up to the VA. So in a charging stroke, your volume is increases from 0 to the VA. So temperature is a T. Now pressure is the constant. It is not a constant pressure, so it is called as a isobaric. Now this same process is there in your the auto engine charging stroke. So air is taken inside. So air is an air with a fuel mixture is taken in auto engine. Air is only air is taken inside the cylinder. So the change of the state can be represented by A0A. So this is your the first stroke and one operation. Operation 1. Now we consider your the second stroke is known as the compression stroke. Second stroke is a compression stroke. Now once you have to air is taken inside your cylinder, then you should be move your piston in a upward direction. That is your piston move in a inward direction and your camshaft is move in a upward direction. Here it is a move in this direction. So your piston move in this direction. Now this is your adiabatic valve. So there is a compression of the air inside the cylinder will be done. So compression of the air is a take place. Now this compression is done adiabatically, continuously. Still, volume of the cylinder decreases to the 1/17th of its initial value. You should be remember initial value. What is its quantity? 1/7th of its initial value. Initial value is here. In case of the auto engine, it is a 1/8. Here even compression is a greater than your auto engine. So what happens? Your volume will be the decreases from VA to the VP. There is a adiabatic compression, so there is a temperature is increases from TA to the TB. So temperature is increases, volume is a decreases, so pressure is a increases. Pressure is a increases. Pressure is a increase. Process is an your adiabatic compression. Process is an your adiabatic compression. Now this change of the state is represented by the curve AB. This is represented by the curve AB. It is an adiabatic compression. Now this is an your the second operation. Operation second. In belong to this stroke, we can use the second operation. So we consider second operation in a third stroke. So we consider now working stroke. Working stroke. Now it includes the three operations. So first we consider operation number 3. Now here you have to compress, so it's a temperature compressed air is an about the 1000 degrees Celsius. In case of the auto engine, it is a 500 degrees Celsius. So it is a 1000 degrees Celsius. Now you have to open the valve I2 and inject your oil inside. Oil injected through the valve I2. Now once your oil is enter in your cylinder, it will start to be burned immediately because ignition temperature of your compressed air is greater. Means temperature of your the compressed air is already above your ignition temperature. So it will start to be burned. So amount of heat is absorbed. That amount of heat absorption is the Q1. So heat is produced is Q1. So should we remember Q1 is an amount of heat absorbed. Now supply of the oil is regulated in such a way that during the combustion of the oil or the air, your piston move in a outward direction at a constant pressure. Now this is a difference from your auto engine. Your supply of your oil is continually during the combustion, so piston will be moved in outward direction to maintain your constant pressure of your substance. So in this case, it is a constant pressure, so it is called as a isobaric. Here the difference, in case of the Otto engine, there is a constant value, that is called as the isochoric process. Here is an isobaric process. So amount of heat absorbed in a diesel engine is during the isobaric process, and amount of heat absorbed during the isochoric process in a Otto engine. So it is the amount of heat absorbed. So temperature is increases, volume is increases. See, in this case, your volume is increases from VB to the VC. Temperature is increases from TB to the TC. Temperature is increases from TB to the TC, and so volume is also increases. Remaining constant is the P. That is the pressure is a constant. So pressure is a constant. Now once the amount of heat is absorbed, so temperature is increases. When the temperature has reached to the maximum value, is about the 2000 degrees Celsius. Here temperature is increases because heat is produced. So there is ignition, that is your burn of your mixture. So temperature is increases. Now your valve I2 is closed. Valve I2 is closed when your temperature reached about the 2000 degrees Celsius. So I2 will be closed, means stop the injection of the oil. Oil injection usually be the stop by closing the I2. So usually the I2 is closed. So there is an I2 is closed, supply of the oil is cut off. So pressure of the expanding the hot gas, or gas is heated. So pressure of that hotted gas will be pushed your piston in outward direction. Here hotted gas having the large pressure, that pressure will be the affected on your piston. So piston moves in outward direction. So what happens if the piston move in outward direction? The gas will be expand the adiabatic. So gas is expand adiabatically. Gas expand adiabatically. Once the gas is expand adiabatically, means there is no work done, and that work done is done. There is an adiabatic process, so there is a temperature will be fall. So temperature will be fall from TC to the TD. Expansion, so their volume will be the increases, VC to the VD. Pressure will be decreases from PC to the P. Here it is a decreases, it is a increases, it is a increases. So temperature and volume increases, pressure is a decreases. And it is represented by the your curve series, that is called as your operation number 4. It is an operation number 4. Here operation number 4. Now at this end you can be open the valve I3, and you have to pass out the some gas along with the heat, Q2. That is in your Carnot heat engine, there is an Q2 is an amount of heat rejected to the sink. Similarly here I3 is an open, and some amount of the gas is then taken outside. Now the gas is taken outside along with the heat. That is the amount of heat rejected by system is now Q2. Amount of heat rejected is a Q2. So due to this, their volume will be the remains constant. constant. So the change of the state can be represented by the curve dA. So this is an D. By opening the I3. So temperature fall, pressure fall at a constant value. So volume is a remains constant. So during this operation number 5, temperature from TD to the T, VD to the V. So VD is equal to VA. It is not changed, but pressure is changed. That is the PD to the P. Okay. So pressure decreases, volume is the temperature is also decreases, and last state is an your exhaust stroke. Similarly, as an auto engine exhaust stroke, STROK, and it includes the last operation number 6. So there are 6 operations. Now you move your piston in an inward direction and you will unburn all material you have to taken outside through the valve I3. Can move in this direction. So valve I3 is open. So unburn all material taken outside the cylinder. So if the volume is reduces from VA to the 0, it is come to its original state, and you have to complete the one cycle. So Carnot cycle and Otto cycle is the same. There is only changes, that is the Q1 is an amount of heat absorbed in a diesel engine during the isobaric process at a constant pressure. Means it can be oil is supply and your piston is moving to maintain the pressure constant. In case of auto engine, there is an isochoric process. So next task is to determine the efficiency of the diesel engine. To determine the efficiency of the diesel engine, there is some assumption condition. You should be remember auto engine condition, diesel engine condition is the same. That is, each and every stage it must be the reversible process. Mixture of air and your fuel vapor must be the perfect gas, behave as a perfect gas. So for efficiency, we consider there are the two heat exchange take place. One is the amount of heat absorbed by the working substance during the isobaric process. So amount of heat absorbed during the isobaric process So we get the equation for the Q1 is equal to M into Cp Tc minus Tb. Should we remember this equation? Similarly, amount of heat rejected by your working substance during the amount of heat rejected during isochoric process. So we got Q2 is equal to M into Cv. Here is a Td minus Tb. TD minus T. It is a rigid, actually it is a MCV TA minus TD. It is a rigid, so it is negative sign, so negative sign and this negative sign, it is positive, so TD minus TA. Now you have to use the efficiency of the engine. So our basic formula, eta is equal to 1 minus Q2 upon Q1. So it is equal to 1 minus M CV TD minus TA divided by MCP TC minus T. So M will be cancelled. Here is the CV or CP, so we do not take so, but ratio of the specific heat at constant pressure, that is the gamma is equal to Cp upon Cv. So we got the equation for the efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 upon gamma Td minus Ta divided by Tc minus Tb. So once we got this equation, 1 minus 1 upon gamma Td minus Ta upon Tc minus Tb. Now our task is now you have to eliminate the Td and Ta and you convert in the form of the Tc and Tb. So you should be use the adiabatic curve. Similarly, auto engine, this is an your adiabatic curve, that is the A, B and CD is an your adiabatic curve. So you can use the adiabatic relation between the temperature and volume. So we know there is a curve for the your diesel cycle is, so this is your diesel cycle A, B, C and it is a, so AB is lies on the same adiabatic curve, CD is lies on the same adiabatic curve, so we can be written Tc Pc raised to gamma minus 1 is equal to Td Pd raised to gamma minus 1. So we can write for the equation for Td, that is an upper side Td presence, we can write for the Td purpose. So Td is equal to Tc Pc upon Vd raised to gamma minus 1. So we can use this must equal to Tc 1 upon rho E raised to gamma minus 1. So ratio of the Vd to the Vc is known as the expansion ratio. Rho E is equal to Vd upon Vc. Rho E is equal to Vd upon Vc. You better compare it, given over the expansion, Vc to the Vd. So ratio of the Vd to the Vc is known as expansion ratio. So it can be written this. So we got the Td is equal to Tc into 1 upon rho E raised to gamma minus 1. Similarly for curve AB, adiabatic relation between the temperature and volume, T Ca raised to gamma minus 1, here is the Ta, Tb Pb raised to gamma minus 1. Now we can determine the Td, so it can be determined for the T. So we write there Ta is equal to TB phi B upon phi A raised to gamma minus 1. Raised to gamma minus 1. So we got TB 1 upon rho C raised to gamma minus. Now here rho C is nothing but phi A to the phi B. So it is a compression ratio. Rho C is the compression ratio. It is a compression ratio. Rho C is your compression ratio. Rho C is the compression ratio. Now put the value of the TA and TD in your the equation. So your required equation is here. So suppose this is an required equation first. You can use here. This is your equation number suppose 2. And then you can use this equation number this 3. So we got efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 upon gamma TD minus TA. So TD is equal to TC 1 upon rho E raised to gamma minus 1. Should we remember it? Can we taking the once again repeat 1 upon 1 minus gamma TC 1 upon rho E raised to gamma minus 1 minus TB, that is the TA. TA is replaced by the TB in bracket 1 upon rho C raised to gamma minus 1 divided by TC minus TB. TC minus TB. Now there is one more step we consider here, which is not considered in your the auto engine. This is in your isobaric curve. So during the isobaric curve, pressure remains constant. Once the pressure remains constant along the BC curve, so we will be taking the ratio TC upon TB is equal to VC upon VB. Pressure is a constant. So from this equation, we can be write TC upon TB. Now you have to use the hypothesis. You can manipulate this. Here is a VC, here is a VB. You add the VA, multiply by VA. So you got here VB. Here is a VC divided by VE. Here multiply by the VA, here divide by the VA. So it is same as earlier. So we got the VC upon VB. Now we can use the VA is equal to VD. If you have to observe the curve, so curve here VA and VD, that is your isochoric process at a constant value. So value at A and value at D is the same. So VA is equal to VD. VA is equal to VD. So VA is equal to VD. So we got this equation TC upon TB is equal to VA upon VB, VA upon VB is equal to VC upon VD. So we got the Vc upon Vb, that is only Va is replaced by the Vb. Now we can use this Va upon Vb. Here, this is A and this is a B, and you can use this. This is another C and B. It is on our compression ratio. Cb to the Phi. So we got it is equal to rho C. Now this is an over the Vd to the Vc is an over the expansion ratio. So we got 1 upon rho E. Va upon Eb is the compression ratio, that is the one rho C only, and Vc upon Vd is nothing but 1 upon rho E. So we got the ratio of the rho C to the rho E. What is this? Tc upon Tb. So we will write the equation Tc is equal to Tb rho C divided by rho E. Rho C divided by rho B. Now we can use this equation. So here is the equation. Equation is, suppose this is an equation number 3. So you can use this equation number 3. You have to eliminate the Tc is equal to Tb. So we get efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 upon gamma even as it is. Now we consider Tc is replaced by Tb 1 upon rho E raised to gamma minus 1 minus as it is term Tb into 1 upon rho C raised to gamma minus 1 divided by Tc is replaced. Tc is equal to Tb rho C rho E. Yes, here is a Tc is the remaining term is a rho C upon rho E is the remaining. So it should be remembered here because we can replace the Tc. So Tc is equal to Tb into rho C upon rho E. This is an over the earlier term 1 upon rho E raised to gamma minus 1. It should be keep in your mind. So we get the rho C upon rho E minus Tb. So you take the common of the Tb from the every term. So we will get Tb will be cancelled. So we got the eta is equal to 1 minus 1 upon gamma so we get, we will be making the separately. So we get one minus 1 upon gamma. So Tb will be cancelled term. So remaining term is 1 upon rho E raised to gamma minus 1 rho C upon rho E minus 1 upon rho C raised to gamma minus 1 divided by rho C divided by rho E minus 1. Once again you have to take the common rho C from the every term. So we get 1 minus 1 upon gamma. So rho C is taken common. So we get the rho C. In the first term, the remaining is the only 1 upon rho E raised to gamma minus 1 plus 1 minus rho C is taken common. So we got the 1 upon rho C 1 upon rho c raised to only gamma. So we get the 1 upon rho c okay. So we got the 1 upon rho c raised to gamma. Here is the rho c is taken common, so we got the terms remaining is 1 upon rho e minus, here is no rho c is absent, so we have to divide it by the 1 upon rho c. So rho c will be cancelled, so remaining term we can be written, and that is your last equation of the efficiency of the your diesel engine. So we will get 1 upon rho e raised to gamma minus 1 upon rho c raised to gamma divided by 1 upon rho e minus 1 upon rho c. So this is your the last equation, and efficiency of your diesel engine represent or depends upon the expansion and compression ratio of your working substance. So as usual, there is an expansion and compression ratio depends upon there is a restriction for the expansion and compression because there is a temperature linkage. So there is an explosion of your engine will be there. So efficiency is always less than 1 once again. So you should be remember it. So this is about your the diesel engine. So okay, we'll stop here.